He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Rodgers. Flushed out right. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. 22 yards there, a first down. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, G. Get off the field. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Get 300. Get 300.
Now it's Rodgers. It's caught. Smith. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down it. Inside the 35 to the 34.
By Ryan Shazier. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Panthers' 34-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
Let's get there. Check 99. Check 99. Check it back.
Now Rodgers. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week one. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. On third down, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Mostert. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
That is caught inside the 5. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now Pirine. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They come out here in the eye. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. They'll go to Pirine, trying to pound it in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
At the 37-yard line.
Set, 180. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Okay, just like that. Just that.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
Incomplete. Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down and then some. 36 yards. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. There he goes, left side. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Nick Chubb, 27 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gano the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up. To about the 35-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustmts.
First down, Green Bay.
On first down, Grant. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd down, it's Grant. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Mostert. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Let's go! 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Hey, Alpha. 52, by 52. You don't want that?
Mayfield on 1st down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. The 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 75 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point try, good by Gano. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Hey, black.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. A run for Nick Chubb. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Rodgers now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Check.
Rodgers going to throw. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down now, it's Grant. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. To throw is Rodgers. From the gun, he'll throw. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Team 6.
From the gun, Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, check, Mike 21, Mike 21, check, Mike 21. You got nothing to run. You got nothing. Hey, check, Mike 21. Boom. You gonna get this boy? Jump out! You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? Hey, check, Mike 21.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. A final shot before half for Rodgers. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check three, check three, check three. Hey! We got motion. Back up, back up. Hurry! Let's go!
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Pistol. 53 to Mike. Hurry! Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to... Hey! High 7! 53's Mike.
From the 27, Mayfield. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I got regular. Hurry! 65. Hey, box drop. Check 59. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
From the gun, Mayfield. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Alert! Done!
Mayfield to throw it. And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
20. 59. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up,
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Real. Check. 61. Matchbox lights. Hurry.
They run it again with Chubb. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third.
Hey, orbit. Watch Mike. Go on. Come on, D. Mike 52. Mike 52.
Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. Running for it, here's Chubb. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Nick Chubb stops short, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Mostert. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
26. 58, right over there. Yeah. Hey, Haywood. What we got?
Throwing is Rodgers. This is caught by Williams. And he'll be taken down inside Carolina's 15.
Let's go.
It's a big play there for Green Bay. 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They will run with Grant. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
I'm here all day.
They'll run it here with Pirine. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, Delta. 58 right there. Well, baby, come on, let's go. And 58's the mic. Well, 58's the mic. I got him. 58, boys, 58.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Gay's kick is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this third quarter. So it's his 3rd field goal now with a ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw is Rodgers. He'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Rodgers to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Packers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14. Rodgers to throw once more. And a throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Number 50. Hey, you block over here.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Mike
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You take a charge.
Now Chubb on first down, able to work his way forward for about 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Cooper shedding defenders at the 15. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them. With just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Good. 180. I'm coming for you. Switch. One touch.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
No.
They'll run with Chubb, and he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Nick Chubb, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. And the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Rodgers operating from the gun. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hey, 626.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Mayfield now. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
King. Check 52.
Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. Look at the big man rumble. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
58 to Mike, 58. Smooth.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. And the lead is cut to 2 here in the 4th. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go. It's a foot race. The 30. Touchdown, Carolina. Nick Chubb with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Jump out.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's airing it out for Williams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A big play there. 54 yards as his guys are back within a single score. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Here we go. 50. Hurry! 51. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on. Hurry! Regular. Buzz.
They run. Chubb. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Alert!
Now Mayfield. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Real.
A give running right is Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie. Watch the pass. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Mayfield to throw. Well, he's going to go for it all. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Gano the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Run. Motion. 26. Go. Check back 21. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. An incomplete, crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Back two, Mike. Back two.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
It's now 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Rodgers now to throw. Now a desperation throw. It's caught at the 10. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their head.